Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Adam.
And today we have a newer release from Jim Beam. This is the Clermont Steep. This is the very first time Jim Beam has released a single malted barley whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Putting their foot in the game.
They're trying it. They've used it in, I think they've used it in some of their little books or something like that. Like it's been infused in something else. But this is the first time they just put it out by itself.
Okay, so they blended it with other.
I think it was blended in some other things. I think it was. I want to say it was in one of the little books. I can't remember if it was like 6 or 7. Okay. So this
one that nobody liked.
No,
well, I don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
There are ones that are better than others. That's just how that works, right?
The one we sampled last year at the Whiskey Festival, everyone liked was it Hardin Creek?
Oh yeah, they're the 16-year-old versus the 2-year-old or whatever it was. Yeah, totally weird. But they're experimenting, which is what everybody needs to do right now. So Clermont is named after Clermont is one of their plants. I think it's their bottling plant is in Clermont. I think it is. Yep. So it's one of their plants. It's kind of named after that. Steep. I got nothing on that. So, but we know. What do we know about this? Just malted single malt. I can't say that there was years on it or any of that stuff. Not that I recall. So it is 94 proof. So at least there's an oomph in here. But American single malts. You're thinking of what High West makes one.
American Prairie.
Stranahan's.
Jack did the special release.
Westward. All the ones out in like Oregon and Colorado and all those. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This one was technically bought for our whiskey club as a nod to one of the older distilleries. It was a history kind of whiskey club meeting, and this was geared towards one of the older distilleries, which Jim Beam is. So, that's
grassy, young.
Looks good in the glass. I'm not putting it to my face yet.
It's grassy.
Really good on the
it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's grassy. All right. I got no arguments. There's nothing I can do on that one. There's a little hay note going on in that.
But it's more vegetable. Like, does that make sense? It's more green to me than hay. I don't know why.
Okay, so not dried out, but more fresh.
Yeah.
Just got cut and laid there.
It's borderline banana peels to me, which I like.
Well, no, you say it.
I like rum and I like cachaça. It kind of reminds me of that.
Okay.
Because I don't like young whiskey.
No, you normally react to it.
You're not running there, buddy.
It's fun. It's an interesting nose. It's not a magical nose, and honestly, I expect more from Jim Beam. Everybody should expect more from a distillery that's been around that long. But it's an experiment for them. So this is what it is. Let's see. A little sharp.
There's that youth on the palate.
The palate is way better than the nose.
I agree. There's more sweetness. There's more of the. Trying to think of what is that?
I'm thinking
like honey malted cereal type. Like it starts to get there. I'm trying to relate it to like Scotch single malts. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not there, and it's not Stranahan's either.
But I was when you introduced this to the club. That was what my mind went to. It's like, oh, it's gonna be like a Westward or like because they've got a full line of single malts.
Super cereal-y.
But I was like, well, but that's a much smaller distillery. So you think, oh, Jim Beam,
they're gonna do it up.
They're gonna blow it
a whole nother level,
and then no,
it was underwhelming.
It does taste better than what I remembered. Maybe it's because the bottles have been open for a couple of weeks. That's a possibility.
That is absolutely a possibility.
The nose is horrible.
This is but I did not get.
I've smelled worse, honestly. I've smelled worse, but
we're still talking about whiskey, right?
Yes. I've smelled worse whiskeys.
I did not get this when we had it in the whiskey festival or the whiskey in the night. I didn't get that super banana peel. I definitely
get what you're saying. All I got
the youth is turning into
grassy.
So I misstated. It is 60 months old, so 5 years.
Okay.
Which again, for a single malt Scotch, that's young. For American that's not young. What I don't know is if they're using used barrels or.
But the 60 months here in Kentucky versus 60 months over in Scotland, it's significant. I think
way bigger,
significantly different.
Yeah, way bigger temperature fluctuations and barrel impact and all that kind of stuff. So absolutely.
I don't think you can make a cocktail with this.
You would have to.
It wouldn't play well. I guess is the right way to.
Yeah, you really have to think about either a certain bitter or a certain something to cut through that youth.
And it is really sharp in the very beginning, but then it does get so much better. Like the sweetness kind of comes through. It gets better. The palate, the tail end of the palate is materially better than that beginning sharpness, and then the nose it's not great. So
yeah, there's zero hug, there's zero warmth, but I get a little bit of mouth watering. Like I don't get.
I would agree with
drawing,
that.
This is like that one. I always draw a blank on it. Was it Bruno Revival? That one in the Charleston.
Yeah, that was a little bit more of that crafty, artisanal note. All right, let's throw water in there.
Let's say I'm planning to get.
I have no idea. I got nothing. I don't know if this is going to make it better, worse, or.
I think hopefully it brings some sweetness out. Maybe it'll bring more. I don't know.
Yeah, the honey. Like if there was a little more honey note coming off of this, it would help it a lot.
It's like, what would more age in a barrel you think would do to this? It's not going to bring out more sweetness. It's going to bring out more barrel notes. It's going to bring out more vanilla. It's going to bring out more.
Yeah, a little bit more vanilla, but the wood note would start to.
Or the caramel.
It could mellow out the edges, that little sharpness in the beginning and stuff like that. I don't know how much it would help the nose. I don't know the answer.
Hints of caramel, you might get ton of caramel.
Yeah. Warm toasted grains. No, just grains.
It just mellows the nose a little bit. I still get that sharp plantain banana fucking.
Ooh,
excuse me.
So what? Oh, then I guess they couldn't call it bourbon. What if they just? It's 50 months in the new barrel, and then they finished it in another used Jim Beam barrel, like kind of scotches do. I mean, it wouldn't be called. You couldn't call it bourbon then, could you?
It's not bourbon.
Well, it's not a bourbon. It's a single malt.
Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, you can always call it a single malt. They don't care what the barrel.
As long as the mash bill doesn't change.
It's all about the mash bill.
Right.
But let it finish in
actually a used barrel.
A used barrel.
Yeah, that's the thing.
With a heavier char, that's maybe gonna pull.
Yeah, or toasting, or there's a couple different things. Something's not right. Something needs to change.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Let's just say there's not a shortage of used barrels on their property.
No, you would think they have access to just a couple.
I would try that.
Yeah, is it the mash or is it the finishing?
Well, the charred, it's a 1, lightly charred.
Yes, I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a charred 1. So, that's probably 2 seconds of fire on the barrel. that's so light. Most bourbons are 3, 4, 5.
But saying you can continue it in the level 1 for your 50 months.
It's gotta be.
But then let it sit in a used barrel for
it's got a heavy char barrel.
6 to 9 months.
That just made the youth come out like a.
It didn't help it. The water didn't help it at all.
No.
It now not only is it the sharpness isn't as sharp in the beginning, but it kind of carries through the whole palate now.
Yeah.
The sweetness that kind of started to come through with the unripe fruits. It's not
super bitter tongue now. It's just sitting in the middle of my tongue.
Nope.
It's crazy. It's a shame. It's Jim Beam, Booker's and Little Book and all the history of Jim Beam, and I'm surprised they released that.
It is interesting. I applaud you for trying.
I agree, but they have all these little experimental bottles. They sell them at the distillery. They're 375s, and sell it like that. Hey, we're doing an experiment type thing. Don't put it out they did a big release.
So the Jack special release, it makes me because that's double barrel. It's double oaked essentially. So it's in another hugely charred barrel. I wonder if they had the same kind of wow, this tastes a certain way. How do we completely alter it? The proof. How do we fix it? How do we
modify?
Put it in a
modify what we have
barrel
to get it so that it tastes better.
I'd love to try it.
I would
Even though
like
we
to
live in Tennessee, I've never seen it anywhere.
I mean, I would like to think that they actually reached out to people that do single malts and actually did a little bit more research instead of just, well, we're Jim Beam, we're just gonna take a
They're owned by
little
Centaur.
college try. Well, I know.
So, I mean, they at least have the Asian whiskey market to tap into.
Is that where they're going to send the rest of this?
I don't know. Though I did see that they have a new Legion one that I want to try.
See, I like Legion.
I saw that.
Legion was neat.
I like it.
Legion's
well.
really
I
interesting.
like it.
That was an interesting blend of bourbon and like Japanese kind of influence. So,
And it's finished in
Japanese cask.
Yeah.
But also
But I think it's got a wine.
a sherry.
Yeah, sherry
I
or
want to say it's a
something.
sherry or something.
Okay.
Not.
Yeah.
Totally did not meet my expectations.
Yes, right. There's a bar that you set from a distillery that has the reputation that Jim.
I was excited
has.
when you pulled the bottle out and started giving us the story, and this is what we're going to try. I was like, yeah, single malt, great.
I was pumped.
And then
as
it was
well.
like,
Underwhelming.
what?
Very underwhelming.
If you haven't explored single malts, this would not be
Don't
your
make this
first
the
bet.
first one.
Go to High West. Maybe go to
Stranahan,
High West.
Westward.
You're not going to find the Jack special release, but go to Stranahan's. Go to Westward, High West.
Yeah.
Westward
High
is
West.
good.
Westward's very good.
Westwood's got quite the lineup, though.
I'm going to say meh for this one.
Yeah, it's
Shmee.
It's
Yeah.
it's not undrinkable, but for the price and for what the expectations are, way under.
For me, it's one and done.
Yeah,
You
way
offer
under.
this?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not going to go back and grab it.
Right.
What else you got back
Wouldn't
there?
buy another
What else
one.
you got behind there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I'm leaving for the evening. Thank you for the invite.
And if this is what you're serving, don't invite me again. All right. Well, again, there was some excitement.
Yeah, very exciting.
Excitement was short-lived, but you know what? Hopefully, like we talked, maybe they're still playing around with it.
Yeah,
They've got to put now finishing it in a used barrel, which if they do, then I'll absolutely go back and like, all right, let me see.
What's the difference?
A, B. How's B?
How much did it
How much did that
improve?
help?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So we'll see.
Or bring the price down a little bit.
Yeah, $60 is a little heavy for whiskey like that.
Yeah.
Not that I would honestly now I wouldn't go and buy it for $30 either. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. It's not.
Not my
Now,
cup of tea.
if they do what I was talking about, come out and it's been double barreled, then I'm like, okay,
Absolutely,
it's $60.
yeah, sure.
Well, then,
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Just wanted to break in here. So September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and the whole reason we even started this channel was kind of related to my son Jason, and his wish was to be a YouTube star through Make-A-Wish. So we try to raise money for Make-A-Wish, and we try to raise money for St. Jude for cancer research and all the things that they do. St. Jude is absolutely amazing. You pay nothing when you go there. They cover everything, and they share everything that they find. So all the research that they do, they share it out. They give it out freely because that's their goal. That's what is it? Danny Thomas, I think is his name, who started St. Jude. That was his goal, was to solve childhood diseases and share everything that they learn. The organization is amazing, and they run off of donations. Yep. So, in the month of September, in recognition of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and the yellow that we got rocking in our cocktails, we're going to raise funds. There's a link down in the description for St. Jude, our fundraiser for September, and anything up to $500, we will match that and make sure that we're continuing that fight because nobody should have to lose a child to cancer, or no child should have to go through any of the diseases that you see there. It's just totally heartbreaking.
We would appreciate any and all support for this cause.
Absolutely. Yeah, anything you throw in there, it's going to get doubled. So, every little bit helps. Well, thanks very much, and
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wasn't a glowing review.
Yeah.
Do appreciate Jim Beam stepping into the single malt world.
Yeah,
I would imagine that they're still continuing to play.
I
There
agree.
will hopefully be a revision B, C, D. We'll see.
Yeah.
And, and hopefully some of them actually are worth it and are not gift shop only.
Yeah.
Give us, even if it's just the 375 that's available down here,
Absolutely.
in a sampler pack.
Ooh, yes. We always love this.
Yeah. I mean, actually, if I were them, that's probably the way I'd go. All right, here's A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
For $60, you get all 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Try them out. Different
Try 'em out.
woods, different
Age
barrels,
them up
different.
differently.
Yes.
Finish them
Yep.
different.
Exactly.
Yeah, do different things.
So-
Let us example.
We'll see. Again, not a glowing review. I think you nailed it. If you haven't dabbled in the single malt world yet, don't start here.
Nope.
There's way
better
better
American
ones
single malts.
to
Absolutely.
try. Hopefully, we either persuaded you to try it or to not try it. I don't know.
More than likely the latter. But
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, we hoped that you liked our review. If you did, we'd love support and encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
Way down there, love for you to subscribe. Trying to grow the channel as we're expanding how many different types of whiskeys we try. Love for you to be on the journey with us.
Yeah,
Especially
comment on what's your favorites.
Yeah, single malt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good single malt.
Yeah, good
that
American
we could
single
try.
malt.
Yeah, we're
We'd
all
love
about it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, thanks for watching.
See you next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.